To this now, the Deputy Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure undertook a site visit to the 300 million rand Soshanguve Magistrate Court construction project to assess its progress. Meant to provide access to justice in township communities, the project experienced numerous delays. Upon completion, this court will entail 8 new courtrooms, SAPS offices, 17 holding cells and more. Let's speak to Deputy Minister Sihle Zikalala. Joins us now. A very good evening to you, Deputy Minister. Thank you for your time. This is a multi-million rand project. It was initially expected to be completed in December last year already. It's experienced numerous delays. What was some of the outcomes that you found as you inspected the site today? Why is it not open and operational?
Well, thanks for having us in your program. The first reason is that the Soshanguve Magistrate Court was delayed due to the lockdown at the time of COVID-19. But it was further delayed by lack of coordination between the contractor as well as the department, especially sometime last year when it comes to professional services. We have resolved those issues. We have insisted that the department must take a lead in terms of providing professional teams that are expected to oversee the overall implementation of the project. We are continuing with the project. It is a mega project that will bring justice so that people will have access to justice in their own locality. We are expecting to complete this project by next year, February. And that is a timeline that we have put for ourselves after we have conducted this Operation Sihle, which is our program that seeks to ensure that we intervene on all stalled projects so that we provide services to the people.
How have you come to that date, February 2025? What did you have to consider to get to that point? And what strategies do you have in place to ensure that should that deadline not be met, that somebody will be held accountable?
Yes, what we considered is the amount of work left there, and then the implementation plan, the project execution plan, which as the department we've developed, and we've committed the contractor on that. What we have then done to ensure that we don't get a further extension, we have put in place the monitoring system where on monthly basis we will be getting report from the portfolio managers and ensure that there is nothing that stops these projects anymore. But it is not just this project alone. We are intervening and unlocking number of stalled projects. Some are police stations, some are magistrate courts, and we are using this intervention of Operation Sihle to ensure that we unlock all hindrances that prevent projects from being completed.
What role will Operation Sihle play when it comes to the issue of the construction mafia, which has been one which continues to threaten not only the lives of people, but the country's economy, because that in itself cannot be underestimated?
Through Operation Sihle, whenever we meet a hindrance, a problem, even if it is a snake called by the so-called operation mafias, we then have to activate the responsible unit to intervene. In that case, it will be the facilitation unit that get in, ensure that there is proper coordination of stakeholders, and ensure that if there are local communities who've got genuine grievances, either for being employed or for being opportunities, those people are prepared and trained to get those opportunities.
How
But at
many,
the same time,
pardon me,
the-
Deputy, I do apologize for the interruption. How many times have you had to activate the intervention unit this time around? We're talking about a lot of money here, 300 million rand. The project is long overdue, and we still haven't seen when it will be operational. I mean, you're speaking about next year. That delays it even further. How many times has that unit had to come out and have to work and navigate around the issues that have been brought about by the construction mafia?
Well, with regard to Soshanguve Magistrate Court, it has not been delayed by the challenge of construction mafias, but it has been delayed by technicalities between the contractor and the department, which we had to unlock. What I'm explaining is what we normally employ in cases where we find that there are challenges of construction mafias. We use two approaches. The first is to ensure that we engage through facilitation processes. The second is the legal and law enforcement, where we've seen police intervening and arresting in a number of cases.
Okay, so you're saying that the Soshanguve project has not had any interference at all from the construction mafia, and that as you count the next coming months up until 2025 February, that you are certain that there is no challenge from the construction mafia to ensure completion of this project, because it was meant to be completed last year already.
Yes, it was meant to be completed last year. Any delay leads to price escalation. It leads to the delay for the client department. In this case, it is the Department of Justice, which should have been by now operating in that court. And therefore, we don't want to see any further delay in this project. Hence, we have placed it in the war room, where we are monitoring all those delayed projects on monthly basis.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time. Let's perhaps leave it there for now. The Deputy Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure undertaking there to ensure that the 300 million rand Soshanguve Magistrates Court construction project is complete by the year 2025, one that we will continue to monitor in the upcoming days and months leading to next year.